Tends to be the way these days in this traditional Gold Cup opener. They're off. And beginning well, talking about you is the first to bound on. Goes a length and a half clear of Quilixios in second in the red, white and blue jacket. Zana here is over on the far side, jumping flight number 1 alongside Adagio. And they're followed by En Couleur, followed by Tritonic. And then at the back, Historic Heart and Tax for Max is pulling a little in the early stages in the green jacket, as Daryl Jacob tries hard to restrain him on this long run to flight number 2 in this JCB Triumph Hurdle. And talking about you, by a length and a half to Quilixios and Rachael Blackmore on the 5-winner mark at this Cheltenham Festival. Zana here in third, Adagio on the outside, then from Tritonic. En Couleur is behind those, and Historic Heart, and finally Tax for Max. Nearing flight number 2 in front of the stands, talking about you. This filly has been a revelation over hurdles, puts herself right over it. Good jump from Quilixios on the outside, taking a pull on the inside there. Jack Kennedy on Zana here. They're followed by Adagio and then Tritonic from En Couleur, and a gap of 4 lengths now to Historic Heart and Tax for Max at the rear of the field. About to turn into the back straight, where a line of 3 flights of hurdles await them. And it's talking about you and Harry Bannister from Quilixios in second. Zana here on the inside of Adagio. Then Tritonic and Adrian Heskin in the maroon sleeves back in 5th place from En Couleur. Behind those and Paul Townend, and 3 lengths to Historic Heart and Tax for Max as they clear the first of the sequence down the back straight. Moving up now on the outside of the leader is Quilixios, almost matching strides with Talking About You. Quilixios and Talking About You over this one. Zana here in 3rd place. Adagio, they're well grouped together. Followed by Tritonic, En Couleur, and then Historic Heart and Tax for Max have closed up at the rear of the field, clearing the next. Still just Talking About You, leading the way by a half length to Quilixios, as they now run into a left-hand turn, racing uphill towards the next flight, which will be 3 from the finish. And Talking About You from Quilixios. In 3rd place, Zana here. Adagio on the outside, Tritonic. Then En Couleur, followed by Historic Heart. And still at the back, Tax for Max. No changes in the order, practically all the way, jumping 3 out. And over this one, Talking About You landed about a neck up on Quilixios in 2nd place. A length and a half to Zana here on the inside of Adagio. En Couleur moving up, Tritonic, and then Tax for Max. And at the rear is Historic Heart, and only about 7 lengths, maybe 8, would cover the entire field as they swing now the left-hand turn at the top of the racecourse and begin the run downhill towards the second last. Talking About You, still pressed by Quilixios. Zana here on the inside. Adagio, En Couleur is back in 5th place. Tritonic still waited with him behind runners from Tax for Max, and lastly Historic Heart. Running down to this second last flight now. Talking About You still just about with her nose in front here. Veers going towards this one, and Quilixios right on terms there and probably just tapped down in front, and Quilixios now goes on. Adagio is poised to challenge, then En Couleur and Zana here as Talking About You falls away. Tritonic's got a little bit of ground to make up on the long run to the final flight. Quilixios is challenged by Adagio, then En Couleur. Zana here needs to pick up now in 4th place, then Tritonic racing for the last. Quilixios over on the far side. Adagio and Tom Scudamore trying to make a race of it from En Couleur back in 3rd place. Here it comes, here is the last. Quilixios will take off with a 2-length lead over Adagio and En Couleur as they race up the hill. Quilixios and Rachael Blackmore out in front again here at Cheltenham, and Quilixios is kicking away, and it's going to be number 6 for Rachael Blackmore at the meeting, and Quilixios wins the JCB Triumph Hurdle. Tight for second between En Couleur and Adagio, and then Zana here in 4th.